Now at 11, police say it started with an unprovoked attack on an officer and ended with the suspect shot. New video gives us a glimpse of how it all unfolded. Plus, more to the story, a close-up view of an Oregon State representative under arrest at the county fair.
Several calls from employees telling us that you refuse to put out a cigarette and refuse to leave.
How it all escalated from there. And later,
you know, hear the people, I feel the kind of the atmosphere, so that's really what I get out of it.
You might call her one of the bravest taking on Hood to Coast, how she's completing the course a step at a time tonight, even though she can't see it.
This is KGW News at 11.
And we begin with breaking news in a standoff that has an area near Washington Square Mall shut down. Police say it started with an armed man threatening a woman inside the Greenberg Apartments. That's on Greenberg Road south of Hall. The woman is now safe, but the man is still barricaded in the home and refusing to come out. Police have evacuated everyone else from the building, and they are asking the neighborhood to shelter in place. Officers have been trying to negotiate with the suspect, but say he has not been responding. We'll keep you posted here and at KGW.com as we learn more. Well, thanks for joining us tonight. I'm David Molko. Now to that new video shedding some light on a recent police shooting in Hillsborough. We want to warn you, one of the images you're about to see is graphic and may be disturbing for some viewers. Christine Pitawanich back on the story for us again tonight. Christine, police say this started last Friday with an unprovoked attack on the officer, though we should point out they are the ones releasing the video here.
Yeah, David, this is video from a nearby business, and things are a little hard to make out because it is a little bit of a ways away. But as you watch, if you pay attention to these colored circles on the screen, you'll get a little bit better of a sense of what's going on.
The video shows the events leading up to an officer shooting a man near Southeast 11th and Washington in Hillsborough a week ago. In the video, the orange circle appears to be around the man who was shot, 20-year-old Jose Juan Aguilar Mandujano. The yellow circle is around a police car with Lieutenant Neil Potter inside. Police say the video shows Aguilar Mandujano passing the car. Then after pausing a moment, he heads back toward the police car. The driver, Potter, pulls forward and stops. The front door opens, then a scuffle. Potter in the yellow circle appears to back away as Aguilar Mandujano in the orange circle moves toward him. Police say Potter was knocked to the ground and Aguilar Mandujano continued to attack him and tried to take his gun. At some point, Potter shot Aguilar Mandujano. Police say the initial attack was unprovoked. They released a photo of Potter after the incident. In the picture, Potter is bleeding from the nose. Police say he had broken facial bones as well as a concussion. Aguilar Mandujano's family released a photo of him as well, in critical condition, hooked up to tubes in a hospital bed earlier this week. Friday evening, they held a vigil, but would not answer any questions. Previously, they said they believe the Hillsborough police officer didn't have enough training and don't feel the shooting was justified.
While the video certainly gives us a better idea of what happened, we still have very few details about why and how it happened. What we do know is that Potter is a 23-year veteran of the department and is a watch commander. He's recovering. Aguilar Mandujano is still in the hospital. David.
Thank you, Christine. Appreciate the update tonight. Let's get to more new video this evening, this time from the body cams of Clackamas County Sheriff's deputies who arrested State Representative James Heeb, and fills in some of the missing pieces of what apparently started as an argument over Heeb smoking a cigarette at the county fair. Investigative reporter Kylie Boshi had to appeal after his initial public records request was denied, and what he got was 22 minutes of video. Take a look.
Newly released police body cam footage shows the arrest of Oregon State Representative James Heeb at the Clackamas County Fair. Heeb admits he'd been drinking. The Republican from Canby was handcuffed on August 17th after refusing to give his ID, then booked into the county jail. In the video, Heeb acknowledges he's a public official and wore a campaign shirt.
You hear me out? If you're running for political office, probably not the look you want to have going down here.
Yeah.
Several calls from employees telling us that you refuse to put out a cigarette and refuse to leave. That's not cool.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't get told to leave.
Well, I think you did. Do you have ID on you by chance, man?
Yeah.
Can I see that?
No.
Okay. I'm not.
No, I can't show you my ID.
Deputies then put Heeb into handcuffs and removed a firearm from his hip. During further questioning, Heeb downplayed his interaction with fairground staff, which asked him to put out a cigarette and leave. Smoking is not allowed on fairgrounds property.
Some lady just walked up and was just like, you and your cigarette. Long story short. And
Do you know that lady works for the fair that told you to put that cigarette out?
do you know how many people work for the fair or fairgrounds or? Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody can say, hey, I work for the fair.
Okay.
Deputies tried repeatedly to calm Heeb down and encouraged him to cooperate, suggesting they would issue him an exclusion notice from the fairgrounds and then drive him home. Instead, the state lawmaker challenged deputies to arrest him.
Why are you reaching on my arm?
You're about 2 seconds from going to the ground. Chill out.
Well, there we go.
Alright, we're not
Go
gonna
ahead.
play this game.
Hurt me. Go for it. What are you gonna do?
Why are you acting like this?
Why the just wrenching on my arms?
You're not acting like an adult right now.
Why are you wrenching on my arms? I never tried to do anything. I just wanted to leave.
And we
I wanted to leave. Why? All right. I just wanted to walk home and leave.
For your safety, we can't let you walk, and that's why Officer
Oh,
Henry
yeah?
gets you to drive.
Yeah.
But now, due to your behavior, you're going to go to Clackamas County
Okay.
Jail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
He was arrested on suspicion of disorderly conduct and interfering with a peace officer and booked into jail. Previously, Heeb told KGW he wishes he'd made better choices that night, including waiting to smoke a cigarette until after he left the fairgrounds. So far, the Clackamas County DA's office has not filed any charges in the case. He was appointed in February to represent Oregon House District 39, replacing House Minority Leader Christine Drazen, who stepped down to run for governor. Kyle Aboshi, KGW News.
What a video. Well, developing tonight, investigators have reopened a nearly 50-year-old cold case. They're trying to identify the remains of a young woman found buried in the woods in Oregon near La Grande. Investigators name her the Finley Creek Jane Doe back in 1978, and this is a sketch of what police believe she may have looked like. At the time, she would have been in her late teens or early 20s. Now, just last week, searchers went back to where she was found, plus 2 other locations using cadaver dogs. They are looking for bone fragments or any other evidence to help ID her through DNA testing. Anyone who may have information on the case is asked to contact Oregon State Police. Today, a federal judge released the affidavit that led to the FBI's search of former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago home. Now, large portions, including entire pages, are redacted, but it still provides new details on what agents were looking for. Specifically, the affidavit says investigators believe documents stored at Mar-a-Lago could compromise, quote, clandestine human sources used in intelligence gathering. Now, during the August 8th search, the FBI seized 11 sets of classified documents, some of them marked top secret. The Justice Department had argued that releasing the whole document in full would put witnesses and investigators at risk and damage the investigation. Now, former President Trump criticized the redactions. He accused the DOJ and FBI of playing politics. Portland was buzzing tonight with thousands of runners in the middle of an epic relay. Yes, the Hood to Coast race kicked off this morning up at Timberline. Most runners passed through Portland earlier this evening, and teams are now on their way to the coast. I mean, it is a challenging event for almost anyone, but we caught up with a running pair who are running with their legs tied together, and that is because Lillian Goodman is partially blind, so she relies on her friend and guide, Megan Ball, to help her navigate. They wear a tether.
And so it's attached at our hips, and then we have a little cord between us, and I just call out if we're approaching some uneven ground with a simple countdown like transition strip in 3, 2, 1 or uneven ground in 3, 2, 1.
I mean, it's a team, effort between, me and my guide, but, just out, on the course too, it's a lot of, hey, good job, good work, keep going, kind of back and forth, and that's really great. It kind of keeps you motivated and whatnot.
That is the true meaning of team right there. By the way, KGW also has a team of 12 on the course right now, the running footage. So Alma McCarty, Evan Watson, Steve Carter, all of our other colleagues, yes, we are cheering you on. Can't wait to see your smiles in Seaside tomorrow as you all cross that finish line together. Way to go. Another Oregon tradition, by the way, back this weekend. The State Fair Kicking off in Salem, it's got all your fair favorites. That includes the Ferris wheel, every type of fried food you can imagine. Oh yeah, funnel cakes. Plus concerts, livestock shows, those are my personal favorite, and even a demolition derby. And by the way, who does not love seeing kids carrying stuffed animals they won that are bigger than them? The fair runs through Labor Day. Complete details for you at OregonStateFair.org.